All right. Okay, actually, so for April Fools, I was considering either doing one of two things. Staying in the intro screen for 4 hours. Or just sipping my drink for a half hour off camera and then going offline. But I'm not that funny, so yeah, I don't know about that. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the VOD. It is, in fact, Thursday. I said gonna say Wednesday. It is Thursday. I believe Thursday. Okay, yes. I played D&D tonight. I didn't. Wait. Did I write down I should build a dungeon for tonight? I fucking did. God damn it. I did. I wrote down that I need a dungeon for tonight, but I didn't. Fuck. God. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. No panicking. We'll be all right. Hey, so I finished the project from yesterday. How's the computer? Did you put snow on it to cool down? I don't know what's wrong with it. I had to restart it. I think, Jacob, I think that the computer is on its way out. I think that I don't know what part of it. Maybe I need more RAM. Actually. Because my computer, okay, so I was exporting the video yesterday because I finished Endymion, renamed to Zephyrin. I finished the piece we did yesterday off stream it so I could make a video of it last night. And I was exporting the video while, I know it was only like a 10-minute export. It wasn't that big. While I was also trying to run World of Warcraft. And yeah, my computer didn't like it. So wait, how much is like a 128 kit? Memory. You can download more memory, right? You can download more RAM. All right, let's see. 128 gig kit. How much is this shit? Hold on, this is a good point. We gotta make some upgrades here. 128 gig kit is not bad, dude. That's affordable. That's affordable, I think. That's like, you know, that's a tax write-offable upgrade. And I got a discount on this shit because I got a friend that works here. Okay, I could do this then. I could absolutely do this. Did I check the guild house? I didn't check the guild house. I did not check the guild house. Hey, first thing we do today. First thing we're doing today. We're checking the guild house, man. I wanted to do it on stream so I could build the suspense. I completely forgot, man. I had a day yesterday. Wait, what is my... What the fuck is my password? My mind's blanking. Let me try it one more. Fuck, that's not it. Okay, shit. Apparently I gotta figure that out. Okay, we'll do it later. Yeah, whew. All right, well, that's fun. I gotta figure that out. No, I didn't check the guild house, unfortunately. I have no idea what's going on with it. I had a day yesterday. I tried to do a whole bunch of shit after stream. I got a whole bunch of shit breaking. Yuna was sick, man. Oh my god, it was a time. Oh shit, there's a sale in the Square Next store. Just prepare for Dawn Trail. I can buy a swimsuit on my Lalafell. No, thank you. All right, close that. Close that. But yes, I did tonight. You can TPK your players in an hour. How are you gonna do it, Ashy? What kind of TPK are you gonna apply here? Because I'm I don't know. I'm very invested. What the fuck was the password? Shit. Nope, that's not it. Okay, well, that's concerning. I'll figure it out later. Either way, I did finish the video from yesterday, so I finished the character. There's the video. There it is. Look at him. Look at how handsome he is, man. Look at the sped up process. This was 4 hours of work, dude. 4 hours of solid character design right there, man. This is the part that I did after stream. I'd record this part after, and then a little bit at the end, a little extra details. But there he is, man. There's the first NPC portrait from Horizon. So I'm very excited about that. It didn't do all that well comparatively to other videos. That's fine. Today I'm going to do a very short little quick painting stream. I've got some stuff to do after stream today, so I wanted to do a very quick little record of us painting through this piece right here. And then I have to bounce, man. I gotta bounce. So we're gonna chill out. We're gonna get some stuff done. We're gonna relax for a bit. And then I got stuff to do, man. I got a plan for D&D tonight. I got prep. I don't know how to TPK my players tonight because they are going into a dungeon. They aren't rested right now. They don't have a lot of I think they've used some of their spells. One of my players though, God bless her, she throws her bardic inspiration out all the fucking time and like throws spells out like they're candy. But I don't think that my players have ever really had a challenge, I'm gonna say, that tests their endurance over a longer period of time. It's always like I think I'm guilty of this. I think I'm guilty of giving my players too many short encounters and short like dungeons experiences and not enough sort of long-term stuff to really flex those resource management skills. You know, like I'll I don't know. I feel like they sort of assume that there's kind of one or two encounters per day, and so they kind of spend whatever they've got. But it's going to be a bit of a surprise today, I think, because they already fought a couple things, and then later on they're going to go down to the dungeon. They're going to do the thing, and then just in case any of them are watching, I don't want to spoil it. Something's going to happen if they do something right or wrong. Depending on what they do, that could expand the dungeon out quite a bit. I'm just gonna say that. Which means that they're gonna have to go like multiple days worth of in-game time. Maybe without a rest. I don't know. I'd say conserve your spells, you know? What's the very easy three-phase boss fight? Yeah, you know, you're right. I think I should add the third phase in there. I like doing phase changes. Like, do you guys ever have that moment in your D&D games where the boss music changes? You know, where the phase changes? Okay, hold on. I think I remember the password for Final Fantasy. Please be it. Fuck. Wait. Nope. Nope. All right. Well, still don't know. That's bad. It's been a bit. That's bad. To be a very bursty boss fight, either a player goes down and they death spiral, or they're terrified but probably easily win after the jump scare. Like a kind of like a moment of death, like a fear of impending doom placed into the players. I think that's not a bad thing to do. What's good, Soja? I have a Latin choir and a phase 2. Good call. Yeah, as soon as the Latin choir, you know, kicks in, that's when you know that you're either watching a movie from the early 2000s or you're playing a boss game. Are there like, so what's the most dramatic phase change in all of the Souls game genre? Is it Millennia? Is that like the most dramatic phase 2 of any like Dark Souls boss? Because I think I remember, I've never played Elden Ring, but I feel like I've vicariously played most of the Souls game from watching my favorite streamers, including Ashy play them. But I think that like I was watching Kai Cenat attempting to beat Millennia, and it was pretty funny when he didn't realize there's a phase 2, because I didn't know there was a phase 2, and so he's freaking out because he beat the boss, and then all of a sudden she like turns into the goddess of rot or some shit. Does she have a bro complex? I don't know much about the Elden Ring lore universe, but she seems like she had a bit of a bro complex. Blaney, absurdly hard boss, and you think you won, then literally Sephiroth angel transformation. Yeah, the big ass wings up there for sure. Is there a boss you can think of that's better? Basically, because I'm trying to figure out if I want to go do some research here for like the right kind of vibes for a boss encounter for a phase 2 fight. It's gonna be kind of funny, actually. I don't know, like I have an idea. For the first time, I'm going to phase change a boss. And actually, okay, so I had this idea a while ago. And I think it's a bad idea, so I'm not sure if I'll do it, but it might be hilarious, so I might do it anyway. But for the Horizon venture, I was considering adding in a hard mode, right? Hard mode that would net you more of a challenge and also net you better magic items. So I wanted to kind of create the last boss of the Horizon venture is going to be this cool encounter, right? You're going to fight the boss, kill the boss. I kind of wanted to do something where it's like for experienced groups that have a craving for challenge, right? You can add a second phase to this boss fight. And if they beat the hard mode phase, they get a special magic item out of it. And they don't know if they can choose it ahead of time or not.
On this day, 40 months ago, a meme was made, and now we see the results of 69 and orangutan daily. Pongo Pongo, for posterity.
Alright. Wait, am I supposed to look up the Pongo? What the fuck is this? Okay, okay. Alright, fair enough. Pongo Lounge at Pandora, Walt Disney Legendary Resort, or the orangutan. I'm not sure which it is. It might be the orangutan. You might also be trying to reference the Pongo Lounge at Pandora in Disney World. This is actually kind of funny because last night I actually watched a like 1 hour long video about the Pandora Park from one of my favorite YouTubers from back in the day. So it's actually hilarious that this comes up because I was literally thinking about this like less than 12 hours ago. So thank you, Aduria. Thank you for the 41 months, man. I appreciate it, bro. How you doing, man? Slave Knight Gale is probably one of the best Dark Souls bosses of all time. But is it the best transition, though? Free Day is also good from Dark Souls 3. Is it a better transition, do you think? A better, like, transitional moment? Like, story-wise, thematically, challenge. You think you beat the boss, and all of a sudden they grow wings, and you hear boss music's playing, you know? For the Elden Ring, Beast is quite the phase 2, but most people are so thoroughly hecked by Malenia that they don't feel phase. That's fair. You know, it's like the worst thing that happens to you in the game is the worst thing that happens to you up until whatever point you're playing. So maybe you know, maybe like there is a better one or whatever later on, but since you already got messed up by Malenia or whatever, I don't know. I think I might actually try playing Elden Ring this summer. I might actually try and finish the game and go through it. It's definitely not my type of game for sure. But I think that it's so importantly connected with the kind of the culture of modern day games and RPGs and stuff like that, that I feel like to write a good adventure for a modern day audience, I feel like I should learn a little bit about what modern day gamers like out of, you know, what's popular now, because I haven't been sort of on the popular end of games in a while, and I kind of miss that, you know. Like, I'm not saying that I need to be playing the best popular game or whatever, that, you know, that's not it. But I feel like since World of Warcraft sort of fell out of vogue, I haven't really jumped on the, I don't know, whatever the newest, coolest game is at the time, right? For a long time, I've kind of been on the periphery or the outside of it. So I don't know. Maybe I kind of want to jump in an Elden Ring and see what the DLC is and whatnot. The aesthetic of Slave Knight Gale's transition isn't outstanding, but the lore of it's amazing. The boss literally goes hollow mid-fight. That's like where they like lose the flame or some shit. Lane's definitely you think you won, but you didn't. Okay. I had a hard time with Free Day, but Malenia's up there with Gale. I agree with Ashy. Okay. Maybe I'll look up the I've never heard of Free Day or whatever as a boss, so maybe I'll go look that fight up and see what's up. Godfrey's transition is pretty visually stunning. Godfrey, is that from Bloodborne? Or is that an Elden Ring boss again? I think I saw Asmongold fighting Godfrey or whatever. Or maybe that's... No, hold on. That's not Bloodborne, is it? Abyss Watchers and the Nameless King from Dark Souls 3 are good too. Super dramatic. Good music. Do they have transitions in them? Is there like a moment where you are exploding out and all of a sudden, you know, there's... Because like I was trying to think of bosses with great transitions or great like introductions, and I feel like okay, you know how you have a sort of a sense of something where it's like a memory you kind of can't remember or whatever, or like what, you know, you don't talk, you know what I mean? I feel like I remember there being a particularly stunning boss transition, like an amazing phase 2 from Nier, but I can't remember which boss, and I can't remember what it is, but I kind of remember playing Nier and sitting on the couch downstairs with Ella and be like, oh shit, that was cool during a boss fight, you know, and thinking that was a cool, like, boss set, like, I don't know, boss music changes kind of moment, but I don't remember what it was because Nier was a long time ago. It was a couple years ago, so I don't know. You heard Nameless King? That's fair. I don't know if you're an Elden Ring expert, Nix, but if you want to weigh in on your opinion on great bosses for encounter design for D&D. 14 is amazing transitions as well. Well, considering I'll probably never do a 14 raid, I don't know, man. I don't have key bindings, bro, to play in 14 now. You know? Like I had to completely reinvent my key binding systems for MMOs in general because of 14. And even then, I still don't have like a very good, like, you know, it's I have all the cooldowns for, like, let's use Paladin Tank, for instance. I have all the cooldowns, all the rotational abilities set up. The one part of rotational abilities that I don't have, I have my AoE, you know. I have all that keybound really easily. The only awkward key bindings I have that don't quite feel good to or natural to hit are the spellcasting ones. So like Confiteor and whatever the magic damage phase rotation for the Paladin is. That is like with a shift modifier, which is harder for me because I have to hit that with my pinky instead of my control modifier keys. I don't know. I feel like Final Fantasy 14 has way too many fucking buttons, and that's probably holding the game back from a lot of people. But I don't know. Dancer, what's her face from Nier? Her name is Simone. Is that what I'm thinking of? Nier Simone. Oh yeah. That was a great boss. I'm not sure if that was the one that I was thinking of. Man, I don't know. What is this anime girl fan art trash of this fucking terrifying machine bot? What the fuck is this? Stop it. Stop trying to turn the terrifying automaton boss into a adorable anime girl. Like, this is not what I want out of my Nier fan art. That was a good one. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of a different boss. So I don't remember what if there was a transition. I remember that boss fight was annoying, but also I didn't play the game on hard, so what the fuck am I supposed to know about it? Do I hit control with your pinky as well? No, I hit control with the palm of my hand. The thing is, if I hit control with my pinky, too much of that motion with like hitting control with my pinky started to fuck my hand up really badly. I started to get a really bad pinky pain and really bad hand pain just because the stretching motion is unnatural for you to like stretch back while you're trying to hit, because you're not moving your hand back to hit control. You're stretching it back and to the side so you can hit control while you're hitting your other keys. So no, I used to use shift, but then I fucked my hand up doing that and I moved to control. So I just hit with the palm of my hand now. And shift I have to hit with my pinky, obviously. So I don't have very many shift modifier hotkeys in games. I try to avoid it like the fucking plague now. Like I have control like 1 through 5. And 5 doesn't feel great, but I still have some things bound to 5. So 1 through 5, control 1 through 5, and then I have all my mouse buttons control bound as well. So like middle click 4, 5, and then I have an extra button on my mouse that I bind to another ability or whatever. So I have all of that. Yeah, how many mouse buttons do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mouse buttons that I bind as well to regular mouse buttons plus control. And then I have F and R bound. I don't like using like Q and E because I use those for strafe in games. So F and R are also bound for me. And then I don't like using ZXCV for hotkeys. So, you know, I have a lot of hotkey spaces, but like some World of Warcraft classes push it. Definitely Final Fantasy pushes it. And I think that one of the biggest weaknesses Final Fantasy has is the amount of abilities and complexity of rotation. I think it puts people off, you know? It's just not fun to play, right? There's like, it's like made for a very sweaty, neckbeardy like audience. And I think that's the mistake for Final Fantasy 14. I think that a lot of people like Japanese gamers like the intensity of that, but I think that a lot of Japanese gamers prefer mechanical intensity over like rotational intensity. So I think Final Fantasy 14 would be way more popular if they cut the rotation down by a bunch. But I don't know. What you think of the first Angles fight? Wait, what? In the tutorial where they Mechazorg into a huge boss? No. Something later on in the game. I don't remember. Definitely a giant robot. Theronk, you say that considering how aggressively they try to keep 14 few enough buttons to fit on a controller. Yeah, which is funny, you know? It is funny because 14's... I feel like they try... The thing is that 14 never had, actually, that I think that they need to do, that World of Warcraft had, was a pruning expansion. You know, where it felt bad at the time in the moment, but everyone sort of agreed that it was better. Because, like, you keep getting a new ability every single expansion. It's like, you know... Like, the thing is that like Paladin, for example, the magic damage rotation feels super great to play, but it feels super bad to bind because you're using this, like, you have this like extra binding for just these like 3 or 4 attacks or whatever. I think there's like 2 AoE and 2 single target. I haven't played in a while. It feels really weird to have that. It's just like kind of awkward and clunky. But then again, I've never thought that Final Fantasy 14 is you know, is really like gameplay wise or interface wise the best MMO out there. I think a lot of Final Fantasy players agree. It's like between Final Fantasy and Warcraft, it's so brutally different. You know, like even you know what I think feels really good though in Final Fantasy as opposed to Warcraft is PvP. The simplification in PvP, so you can focus on mechanics and positioning, super nice. You know, the collapsing of rotations into one button I think is really nice and really satisfying. And I don't think it would really hurt the game if they collapsed some buttons and had them switch. You know, like I can't think of how that would work for many attacks. You'd have to remove, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how it'd work, but I think they could probably collapse some of the progressive buttons into one singular button. And it's like, oh, you're just gonna push the same button multiple times. It's like, yeah, who cares? You know, what are we talking about here? So I don't know. Like the nice thing about World of Warcraft, I suppose, is that you can play very button-heavy classes, but every class has the ability to basically pick a passive talent that's sometimes a little bit less impressive or less strong to avoid having button clutter. So, for instance, on my main in World of Warcraft, I play the most complex version of it because it's the thing I do all the time. But for alts, I don't really want to learn these complex ass rotations, right? So I'll pick the passive options for alts and be able to play nice 80%. Bro. Wait, what? Where's my... Oh, the rock? Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. How you doing, bro? What's good? What's good, homie? How you been? Thanks a lot of bits, man. Yeah, I definitely play... When it comes to alts, I will play a more simple rotation, so I don't have to, you know, figure out how to use these extra buttons and shit like that. And I think they're in a really good spot right now. And I think that for War Within, they're fixing the problem classes like Arcane Mage that has like a 20 button introduction, you know, rotation or whatever to the fight, which just doesn't feel good at all. And no one wants to play it. That's the thing, you know. The hardcore players, yeah, they love it and they whine when it's not as complex. But the problem is that's like a 2% of the player base, and then everyone else is like, I don't want to play Arcane Mage because it's fucking dumb, you know. It's like, fair enough. So I don't know. I feel like, but then again, who knows? I don't know how detailed or deep Final Fantasy 14 players are into it. Like, I'd be interested to see what the hardcore rating population of Final Fantasy 14 is. You know, because I bet it's not any bigger than World of Warcraft. But of course, the combat is made for it. It just seems like more people check out of combat entirely in 14, as opposed to in World of Warcraft they check out of difficult combat. If that makes sense. So I don't know. It'd be cool to get player stats on that. What's up, entities? Hello from Hawaii. I haven't been able to catch streams even now at 6:30 a.m. So just dropping by, wishing everyone a great week, dude. Have a great time in Hawaii, man. I'm jealous, bro. That sounds amazing. I'm looking forward to my trip to Hawaii in the fall to see some family. Definitely, I'm up at about 6:30 every day when I'm there too, going out to the beach and snorkeling and shit. There's something so nice about just going for a morning swim that I miss. So have a great time, dude. Hope you enjoy it. Come back with some stories. It was like that with LoL. They did item overhaul, got rid of a ton of items. There were a lot of complaining, but helped balance a ton. Yeah, so for League of Legends, here's the thing. I have one item button on League of Legends. I have one bound to my mouse item use button. Because that's all I'm willing to do. survive items that have use effects on. I remember there was like back like a year or two ago when I was playing a bit more. I remember there were some builds, I can't remember who, maybe it was like Echo or whatever. You had to have like 3 on use items or some shit for the, like the optimal build. I'm like, fuck that, I'm never doing that shit. You know, even like even some characters like Echo or what's her name, the fucking KDA girl, the spicy one, Eve or some shit. No, what's her name? All right, whatever, I forgot. Either way, the APE stealth attacky chick with the 2 snake thingies. They Jesus Christ, Crimson, what the fuck, dude? Stop! What the hell, man? Good morning to you too, Crimson. Holy fuck! That's a lot of subs. I didn't even turn my pineapple on. What the fuck? Okay, chill. Holy shit, man. Oh, it's nice the alert works. Hey, that's nice. Hey, we fixed the alert apparently. Since I thought I fixed the alert, no one's gifted us more than 5 subs that would prompt the alerts. That's cool. The alert works. Thank you for testing. Oh my god. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Holy shit. Yeah, sup. What's up, dude? What's going on? Thank you, man. You didn't do that shit. What is that for? Come on, bro. All right. Thank you, Crimson. Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. I was not emotionally ready for that, man. I was not. My dude. Thank you, Crimson. Thank you for that. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you, man. Thank you for bringing 20 people into the guild and saying, hey, ads on Twitch suck. So if you watch a stream without Twitch Turbo or a sub, that fucking sucks. So here, now you don't have to watch a stream with Twitch Turbo or unsub. So thank you, man. What the fuck? That's a lot of subs. Holy shit, I haven't gotten a sub like that in a long time, man. Thank you. That is incredibly generous of you, man. I remember how I fixed it, but it worked. I think I changed the number so it wasn't 5 or more or exactly a certain number. It was just anything more than 1 sub. I think I added a new alert altogether for it, Blaze. That's how I fixed it. So now I don't think I have specific sub alerts. Like I don't think that there's one anymore for like 50 subs or 100 subs. Not that I'd be able to just casually test it, but I'm not sure. I think that it should work so that there's still a new alert at 50 subs and a new alert at 100 subs. Whether we'll see that again ever, I don't know, but I don't fucking know. Next time somebody gifts a 50 or 100 subs, Blaze, remind me to check and notice the alert. So, when you're emotionally ready for me? Never. That's true. That's fair. Fuck. Thank you, dude. Holy shit. That's a god. Oh god, that's a lot of subs. Holy fuck. Okay. Oh, thank you, Crimson. Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Thanks for waking me the fuck up. Holy shit, man. I was like trying to get my energy up today. That just completely like shot my fucking heart rate through the roof. Holy fuck. Oh god. Thanks for the sketch, by the way. Inspirational. I'm glad you like it. It was fun to do, man. It was fun. That was a good one. I haven't posted on Twitter or anything yet, so I gotta post. I wasn't sure if you wanted to keep it secret or whatever. I wouldn't say like, oh, I did this for Crimson's or whatever, but I didn't want to post it at all just in case you were keeping some secret reveal or whatever. So that's awesome, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I gotta do secret art more often. All right, I got a couple of secret things for the streamers. I want to do some secret art for one of my for Ulner for whenever she debuts. I want to do like the first piece of Ulner new model fan art, and I've got a couple of other projects that I want to do that I want to keep a little bit secret. So I don't know. Shit, dude. Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. That's incredibly generous of you, man. I'm honored, dude. Made a warrior flowchart. It's literally just filler combo, DPS cooldowns, and defensive. So the actual thought. There's definitely a good few buttons. There's 90% of them are push when available, or am I tanking a tank buster? Yeah, that's true. Owner's debut is June 6th. Okay, well, Well, that's a ways away. I can't wait. I'm gonna try it. If I'm not overwhelmed and overrun by work and crying on the floor, Ashy, I'm gonna do hopefully a pretty sick piece of fan art for Ulner whenever she debuts. I want to do it with for all my friends on Twitch. Whenever, like, all my VTuber friends, whenever they have a new debut or whatever. I wanted to do it. I did want to do a really great piece for you, and you debuted your new model, but I was just fucked over by work and stuff and didn't have time. So, but I really want to do it. So I don't know. I like doing art for my friends on Twitch, and I did some for Crimson for a little Twitch project, and I'm very excited about that. Whenever he's, I'm rebranding as a furry Evan. Hope you're ready to draw it. God damn it! Stop. No, I'm not. All right, we gotta. I'm hitting record, man. I'm hitting the record button. We're starting this shit. But yeah, I try and avoid button complexity. So yeah, like who the fuck is that stealthy character from? What's her name? What the fuck is her name? It is Evelyn. Jesus. Okay, Evelyn. Yes. I was thinking Eve. I was close. Evelyn. Evelyn was supposed to have like, Echo was supposed to have like 3 abilities. Like, I don't know what the one is that you go, it's like you run forward and you dash and you shoot out a bunch of like beams or little projectiles. You're supposed to use this one 90% of the time, but I didn't because I would just rather use the axe and not have to push a button. Right? Like, you know, like some healers as well, you'd have to have the bell and then whatever else, and you have to have like 3 items that do some shit. So I'm a button simplicity enjoyer. When it comes to games, I'm not that big of a fan of okay, I still got that sub energy. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, I prefer more simple rotations now. Maybe it's the old man of me playing lame boomer games now, but I just found that it's not as fun, you know? It's not as fun to spend all your time trying to get good at a rotation. Excuse me, at a rotation and a play style that ultimately, like, I don't really want to be competitive anymore in a lot of these games, you know? It's not like I'm out there playing World of Warcraft trying to get world first and shit. I'm just having a good time, you know? It's like I can't let myself try and do that with a game anymore, you know? Because I'm such a degenerate. That if I let myself go ham and go hard on a project, I will lose myself. I will lose myself on whatever it is, and it won't be good. It'll be rather unsightly, rather unsettling. And I just gotta be careful now, you know? I don't want to diminish the struggles of like people with real problems, but I always say like I'm like a gaming alcoholic. You know, I can't take a game seriously anymore, or else I'll just go too deep into it, you know? Feels Rocket Belt, Zanya sometimes, that's already 2 active items. Yeah, it's too much, man. Definitely a bit of button bloat in 14, but I definitely say it's deceptively intimidating because so much of its toughness / automatic button lights up push button territory. Yeah, you know where I'd make an argument for certain things that don't really feel good? But like, yeah, you're definitely right about that. Is like, you know what the ability you have that prevents you from being moved or whatever as a tank? That's an ability that you don't need to hardly ever think about, but you need to have it bound in a way that you can hit it very quickly and reactively. So there's lots of things, lots of buttons that are part of classes in like World of Warcraft, for instance. I'm just using that because it's the example that you don't need to have really bound super, like for anything super quick to use or whatever. Stuff that you can go find and click if you need to, because it's not super situational. It's like sometimes more general. You'll use it maybe in this encounter if you want to, but it's never like you have to have a reaction for it. That's the kind of stuff that I don't think is a great idea, you know, is to have lots of stuff like, or anything like that, where you need to waste a key binding slot for something that doesn't really feel like it needs one. But there's also like other, I don't know, other examples of rotation that gets too weird. Like, I don't know, Samurai's not bad, but there's some DPS rotations that just feel very strange to me. Very like, is this button key binding necessary? I don't know. I think, like, honestly, rotationally, I think you should keep it to 8 buttons. I think you're pushing more than 8 buttons in your rotation in like a 1 minute period. I think that's a mistake. That's my hot take. I think players, you know, don't want that kind of super deep, complicated gameplay anymore. They did for a while, and I think that it pushes a lot of people away. The problem is there's lots of people who are okay with it, or who have learned on that, or who, like, you know, are used to it and are like, oh yeah, that's fine. When you're a brand new player, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people I hear talk about the games, talk about them like with this sort of sense of like, oh yeah, that game's too complicated, it's for fucking nerds, I'm not gonna play it. I'm just like, damn, bro. You know? Like, you're missing out. It's like a lot of people prefer the ARPG sort of method now. Dance, I think it's literally 10 buttons at level 90. Yeah, Dance is a good one. I don't know, like, I think Black Mage I remember being very complicated, but I don't have a very high Black Mage, to be very fair. Activatable items are the worst. I always forget I have them. Well, exactly. Like, that's the thing, Blaze, is I'd rather take a passive bonus item that I use 100% of the time than a better activatable item that I might forget that I have. Right? The same thing's true with certain abilities and mechanics in World of Warcraft. Now it's a little bit, that's not as bad because you're looking at your action bar and you're glancing at them all the time. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just old and dumb. Or I don't want to have to master these rotations and figure this shit out and fully commit to learning a new whatever it is I gotta learn. I just kind of want to chill out. I want to relax. I want to play the game and have some fun. And you know, but also I'll admit that maybe I'm not the demographic anymore. Maybe I've had to like leave those kind of games behind, and there's still a lot of people that want to play them, but like in that form, I don't know. I think that World of Warcraft has a great mid sort of balance where you can take talents to remove buttons from your bar that are not fun to push, and you'll still do like 80% of the possible damage or whatever. And so if you're really fighting for that like top, you know, world clear raid spot, whatever, sure man, go crazy. But if you're not and you're just having a good time doing some dungeons, doing whatever, doing some like hard content, but not at the very tippy top of the game, you know, you don't have to. And that's where I think I'd prefer to be. For something like 14 anyway. Meanwhile, Beastmaster Hunter. Yeah, there's always Beastmaster Hunter or like Rep Paladin or whatever. But it's so funny, like, you know, it's a very interesting, Thorkin, is those classes are indicative of player behavior. Because you have, like, in Season 3, Beastmastery Hunter was super good, and the rotation was super not complicated. And guess what? A billion people played Beastmastery Hunters. So, like, quite clearly there is a craving in the player base to play these, like, easier specs that you can be successful on and have fun and play at a high level, but you don't have to, like, you know, make all these custom macros for and shit and whatever. And you know, you can be like, oh well, people are just lazy, and it's like, oh, it's fair, but at the end of the day also it's like, are people going to engage with the game or not? You know, I think about that from my own class design for D&D. It's like, do you want to make something really interesting and really complicated, but then are people going to want to play it? Like, I don't know. I feel like I got to find that midpoint, that mid ground of like, yeah, this is fun, you know, it's interesting and complicated and has like different like interesting choices you can make and meaningful customizations and shit. But like at the end of the day, man, do you really want to have to, like, there's a lot of D&D 3.5 classes like that. A little bit in 4th ed too, where they were super complicated to use. And you didn't really know what the fuck was going on when somebody in your party was doing that. And there wasn't a massive like craving for it, but some people were really into it. And I wonder if, like, you take the kind of person that enjoys, like, Feral Druid and Wrath Lich King or something like that, right? You take the kind of person that enjoys the more complicated class. Do they enjoy the complexity of the class because it does more damage, or do they enjoy the complexity of the class because it's complex and interesting? And so that's what I always wonder about. It's like, do you need to make the more complex classes better and reward that player effort? Or is the reward the classes more interesting? You know? Because I think that they used to think, like the ethos used to be in video games, that you have to make the more complex thing more rewarding so that there's a reason for players to pursue it. And that's very true. But I think that a lot of times it also comes down to people just kind of want to play the game and play not on easy mode, but, you know, they want to play the convenient way of playing. And the people who are going to play the Pega version are going to play a Pega version of the class no matter what. If it's good or bad or whatever, they'll play the most complicated version of it. What's up, Zura? Some people see bloat and panic about the worst case scenario. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Tank healer anxiety and just bare minimum to succeed in dungeon. Tank healer, 2 buttons. AoE for tank, cure healers. Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. You know, there's to play like for a lot of content, it's very easy. But people see the bloat and they get scared and they don't know what the fuck to do, right? I mean, that's also assuming that things aren't like going terribly, because like I tried to play my Sage and I was like, well, you know, I just maybe like won't use all my abilities. I'll just like figure out how to like do most of my healing with this or that or whatever. And it was actually pretty hard because they were like the tank like giga-pulled some shit and then like their cooldowns ran out because the DPS didn't like do enough damage and kill everything in time, or whatever happened. And the tank cooldowns ran out and I couldn't save them. And they're like, bro, you didn't even diss me. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, you didn't even like put this ability on me, did you? I'm like, no, man, I don't, fuck, like, what? How do I do that? Like, oh yeah, like if you do this and this and this, then you do this on me, and then just make sure whenever I do this kind of thing, as soon as my health starts to drop and my cooldowns fail, you just do this thing. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool, shit, I'm not gonna remember that, you know. So it does sort of happen once in a while. I think you're probably right. You know, 90% of the time. Maybe like 75% of the time, you're probably okay by just sort of playing the regular old whatever casual builds, and it's fine. But occasionally it isn't fine. Once in a long while, it isn't fine. And then you're like, well, I don't want to play this because I'd rather play my, what's the fucking summoner version? Scholar. I'd play my Scholar and be able to heal like at like maximum efficiency with like less buttons and less effort. And then you miss out on a really cool class like the Sage, and you're sitting there with your stupid little fairy doing all the healing for you, or whatever that pixie is what scholars have, right? Do Final Fantasy 14 let you adjust rotations a little bit? Love to worry being able to remove their filler button by turning it into an auto attack bleed. That's pretty cool. I don't remember that. So you like Barbarian, where they just rage and smash each turn, while other people have specific attacks or spells for various situations. Yeah, I think that the D&D does a really good job of that. Next, that Barbarian versus Sorcerer is a really great example. I think, you know, totally. Yeah, some people want to just smash, and other people want to do like this super impressive flurry of whatever to expertly execute a, you know, choreograph spell casting whatever to take down the opponents and dismantle the defenses of their foes. And other people want to roll a die and see a big number. So I agree, simple but fun classes are the best. For love Frost Mage, for example. Sure, it's super simple, but there's certain skill involved still positioning to get shatter stacks and such. Yeah, I love my Frost Mage. Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's like, you know what is a good example, I'd say, in modern World of Warcraft? For me, Thorkin, it's the difference between playing Obliterator versus Breath of Sindragosa. And guess what? The entirety of Warcraft agrees that playing Breath of Sindragosa feels fucking awful. For those of you who don't know, Breath of Sindragosa versus Obliterator is Basically, the way it works is Obliterator makes your best button light up more, and you push the button, and then you see a big number. Every time you push the button, you're like, oh, is it going to light up? It lights up. Boom. Throwing bombs at them. And the way breath works is that you have to constantly, you start doing this AoE attack in front of you, and you have to consistently be building runes because it's constantly draining your resource. So you have to be constantly building power and fighting against the resource drain. And if you like slip up or like miss a button or whatever, then it ends and you're on a 2-minute cooldown, you're fucked. And so, yes, Breath of Cinder Ghost can do more damage and in theory, and it requires a lot of skill and play and whatever. But the problem is it was the best thing for Frost Death Knights to use, the best sort of build. And guess what? No one outside of the best players in the world wanted to fucking play Frost. And this is a big problem with Ella too. She's like, she could play Frost, but she just never wanted to. She never had fun because there was so much stress and anxiety. If she let her breath fall off, she had to wait 2 more minutes before she was even useful. Again, it just felt bad and it was stressful and annoying. And it was annoying for me as a tank too, because I constantly had to be pulling and making sure there's guys for her to be hitting and be building her resources off of. And it's just overall stressful. And then you can do 10% less damage to like push the button and see big explosions, you know? And then like that, and then there is a problem between Frost and Unholy right now. You know, like Thorkin, do you know how many as of this last patch, do you know how many fucking cooldowns Unholy uses? It has 8 cooldowns. So outside of your like 5-button rotation, as Unholy, you have 8 cooldowns versus Frost, which has 3. And it's like, why do you want to do, you know? So yeah, Breath does feel great at raid bosses, but do you agree it's annoying to keep track of? It's annoying as well also because like some fights, so Ella hated playing Frost in dungeons because packs falling off and whatever, and is a problem for pulling and stuff. The reason she hated playing it in raids is because how many times on a raid boss do you cooldowns come up, you hit breath, you start doing it, and then you get targeted with the thing that you need to move out for, and you're like, you're on like 3 seconds of breath and you get a big swirly around you that you need to move to the corner of the room, and you're like, I hate this, you know? And so that's why she doesn't even like playing it on raid bosses, because yeah, it feels great when it works, but like, fuck, man. And so that's the kind of thing that I think is yeah, it's more complex, interesting class design for the like Pepegas, but like the majority of players did not want to play it, and so they just didn't play that spec or that build or that class or whatever. It's like Necromancer and Diablo for the longest time. You had to play on Army of the Dead, Corpse Lance build or whatever, or Land of the Dead Corpse Lance, and it's just like no one wants to play it because it's just so difficult or whatever. I've seen a few of my friends enjoy the more complex version of the class because it's more customizable and they get excited when their shenanigans yield fruit. Totally, yeah. 100%. They'll take the simple class and reverse engineer it to their uses, not necessarily because they have 6 mechanisms for casting Smite that involve like 30 dice. Yeah, for real. Like, I think, yeah, it's totally fine if that's the kind of gameplay you want. You want to play some complex ass, dope, you know, difficult to play shit. Like, hell yeah, man. Like, go for it. That's sick. Let me see how good you are at the game. But, you know, there's a lot of people who want to play the flavor of a certain class. Like, I know a lot of people who play Final Fantasy 14 that I've talked to who are like World of Warcraft players or came over around the same time, or like people from stream chat that play things like Dancer or Samurai because they're easy, and they're like, man, I love to play Black Mage, but I don't have a degree from Tokyo University, so I can't play Black Mage. And you're like, damn, bro, damn, that's tragic, man. I'm sorry to hear that. So I wondered, like, is there a D&D class that's too complex? I think that they probably built a lot of the complexity out of the mechanics in D&D. I don't think there is a class that's too complex now in D&D. I think they like wanted to make sure that it was so accessible for everyone. They didn't want anyone ever feeling like the class was too complex to approach or whatever. You know, there are no advanced classes in the system anymore. Blinks and Mage, yeah, for real. Like, actually though, I think 14 does a good job of having a sliding scale of complexity between the classes. Yeah, I mean, which is nice. It's nice that there are some classes that are easier, but it sucks if you want to play a complex class because you like the flavor of it, but you're not smart enough to. It's like there's no like autoplay version for that person. You can't just like take talents or whatever. I think the talents would help, but also talents would be a pain for balancing in 14. It's clearly a pain for balancing in Warcraft. I don't know how 14 would handle customizable sort of progression like that. I don't know if they would bother with it, because balance seems like it's pretty easy to adjust in 14. And I don't know why they'd make it needlessly complicated themselves then. So, screw it, right? 5th edition, there aren't many classes that have any complexity in them. Like, I guess, right? Like, what's the most complex class to use in 5th edition? Like, maybe Warlock or Sorcerer? Like, I do think that sorcery points are still a little complicated. Probably, like, there's a lot of wizard players that think sorcerers are cool, maybe, but they don't really know how the fuck a sorcerer works. Like, maybe is my best guess, but like, maybe warlocks or I don't know. I know a lot of people who play rogues that have no idea how sneak attack works, and that's always funny to me. It's like, wants to play rogue, has no idea how sneak attack works, will just spend the entire game asking DM if they sneak attack on this attack. I'm gonna attack the dragon. Okay, roll for attack. Do I get sneak attack? Yeah, you do actually in this case. Okay, great. Thanks, man. All right. Johnny, it's your turn again. What are you doing? I'm gonna attack the dragon again. Okay, great, dude. Like, yeah, roll for attack. Do I get sneak attack again? No, man, you don't get sneak attack again. Are you sure? Do you know if I get sneak attack on the dragon? No, bro. I let you know. Are you sure? I just make sure that you know how the game works, DM. Are you sure I don't get sneak attack? I want sneak attack. No, John. Why don't you learn how your fucking class works, and then you tell me if you get sneak attack? Oh, no, man. I'm busy later. I can't do that. I gotta go to Pizza Hut and get a pizza, and I gotta play some Genshin later. I can't do that. Like, ah, shit. God damn it. These fucking gacha players that don't know how to actually play a video game come in my D&D games, ruining it for me. Kind of making black mages feel smart and making dancer feel easy but rhythmic, etc. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Soul Knife Rogue after play test, but before Tasha's kind of felt excessive. We had this dice that you could use for your Soul Knife, but it changed size depending on your rolls, and it kind of just felt bleh to play. Never played a Soul Knife. Never even had a player explain a Soul Knife to me, so thanks for keeping it clean, Thorkin. My friend has been playing a rogue in a 3-year-long game and still forgets how the fuck sneak attack works. Yeah, true, right? True. You know what I'm gonna start doing? My policy is from now on is every single time a rogue asks me if they get sneak attack, I'm just gonna say, I don't know, do you? And I'm gonna let them figure it out. Sometimes they're gonna be like, yes. And I'm gonna be like, okay, man, sure. You know, screw it, man. Fuck it. I'm not learning this shit. Druid, I have printed out the stat blocks of 26 different animals. I need to take 1 hour turn to control my 12 summons. Okay, that's fair. Druid's pretty... Yeah, furry druid is pretty complex, I think. That's a good point. Furry druid, very complex. I need to make a druid like that is a kind of like a monster tamer. And it's basically a druid, but instead of wild animals, it's like Pokemon. Like D&D Pokemon. I'm sure people have tried to make summoner, monster summoner, whatever classes work in D&D. They just never do because people don't want to keep track of extra stats. Like, my players don't want to keep track of an extra fucking bonus. The only times I give them a situational bonus, they're like, how do I add that to D&D Beyond? I'm like, I don't know. Why don't you, like, roll the fucking die and then add the bonus on? Every game I've played in the last 10 years, that's happened. Universally. Somebody who's like, ever since D&D Beyond came out, it's been a plague to my D&D games. It's made good players dumb. You get a +2 bonus on this charisma check. Well, how do I add a D&D Beyond, bro? I don't fucking know. One thing my players did start doing, like in my current Thursday game that was really nice, they started actually telling me what they rolled. Because before they'd always just hit the roll button in D&D Beyond and expect me to see it, but I'd have to like maneuver like 5 different fucking windows out of the way. I just asked them, and they were like, yeah, sure, man. That was very nice of them. It made using D&D Beyond slightly less of a pain in the ass for me, which was very kind of them. They didn't have to do that, but they did. And they're G's for it. And the table sounds insufferable. It is. You should try playing D&D with Carlin and Yavuz and I, Byron. Oh wait, you were there for that game. You know how insufferable my table can get. They just need real dice? Yeah, I should ban all digital dice in my table. So guys, digital dice are banned. You're not allowed to use digital dice anymore. I have 2 players that use real dice, and they're Fishy and Ella. And you know what? I like them the best. Sometimes Dashto uses his physical dice. That's always fun. Very rarely. Usually I think it's when he's not at his computer and he doesn't want to get up. Dashto is the laziest D&D player I've ever played with. He is always either laying down or reclined. I've learned to never give Dashto anything he needs to add to his inventory, because then he has to get up. And he has to go get his like laptop or whatever and go add that. And I don't want to stress him out, man. So and players like to be comfortable, man. I get it. Yep. Superbox for super secret new desk equipment. All right, what do we got? What we got here? Okay, fucking Discord, man. All right, stream topic. New desk. You got a gachapon machine. You bought a gachapon. Oh my god, what are you gonna use it for? Snackies? That's genius, dude. Imagine adding putting like candy in each one. You know, you put like gummy bears in one, like jelly beans in another, or whatever. And like, bro. And then you just crank the fucking thing, and out pops whatever your snacky is for that night. Yeah, that's amazing. For dice giveaways, that's sick, dude. That's actually sick. That's gonna be legit. I got licorice. You don't put licorice in there. Nah, you never put. Come on, dude. You never want to put licorice in your fucking snacky machine. No, who eats licorice? Twizzlers? Red Vines? What's wrong with you? What are you, a grandparent? What are you doing eating licorice for fun? Fuck out of here. The only acceptable licorice isn't even licorice, it's the pull-in peels, which are just cherry rope candy or strawberry rope candy or whatever. They aren't even proper licorice. I developed a dislike of licorice from when I was a kid, like Red Vines and Twizzlers. From when I was a kid, the barber shop I used to go to, whenever you were done getting your hair cut, if you were a kid, they had like a jar of licorice. You could go get a Twizzler. I'd always be like, I'd finish my haircut, and they'd be like, all right, Evan. I was like, you're a good boy. I'm like, yeah. They'd be like, all right, go get yourself a little licorice. I'm like, oh, no, I'm okay today. And they're like, come on, son, go get yourself a little licorice. No, I'm okay. I'm good. The barber I had when I was really young, really little, dude was in his late 80s, you know? So he was old school, man. He'd be like, no, all good boys deserve a licorice. I'm like, okay. Thank you, sir. You know, I'd get into the car with my fucking licorice, and my mom would be like, what's wrong, Evan? You aren't eating your licorice. I'm like, I don't want it, Mom. She'd be like, but you took it. If you didn't want it, you shouldn't have taken it. You don't want to waste food. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll eat my licorice. He hated it, man. I fucking hated it. All right, take care, Thorkin, man. Take care, buddy. Yeah, it was bad, dude. It was bad. I didn't want no goddamn licorice. They forced it on me. You know, like some old people candy was legit. Like my grandma always had like a candy dish of like the fruit candies that you get at the bank. And remember the strawberry one? The one that like had the package that looked like a strawberry and it was a little strawberry hard candy? I'd always steal those. That was like good old people candy. You know? That was good old people candy. Licorice, not so much. I ain't about that. Dude, now I'm having problems. Now I'm thinking about candy. The fat kid in me is starting to take control. Nope. 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 I will not let it win. Come this far. I've treated my diet like shit over the past 2 months. I started up this last week being good again. What's good, Steph? 92, almost. Saltwater taffy, so raw. Oh man, there is some saltwater taffy that's good. I'm a taffy enjoyer, so I do like some saltwater taffy. The problem is, I think you're right about that, Nick. That like old people saltwater taffy was always like 3-year-old saltwater taffy that was the worst flavor, like peppermint or some shit, or like butterscotch, and you're like, what are you doing with your life? Who makes this? Who is this for? Or even worse, the black licorice saltwater taffy. Oh God, please spare me. I had a friend actually come to D&D once, and it was my friend Mary. We were doing like a candy exchange thing for D&D. We were all bringing like collective snacks, and she brought a bag of black jelly beans. She thought she was hilarious. She thought she was fucking hilarious. Maybe it was Carol. I don't know. It was one of the girls. One of them brought a bag of black jelly beans because they're like their dad had it or some shit. She thought she was so fucking funny. Almost ended a friendship right there over D&D snacks. Friendships have been ended over D&D snacks before. It wouldn't be the first time, so I shouldn't pretend like it's not possible. Want 6 calls today? Slurky turkey? Oh shit, okay. Grab a Twitch. I miss you. I hope you're doing so freaking well. Feeling better. I'm feeling a little better, Steph. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I miss having you around here, bro. But you're off conquering the world, and I'm proud of you. Proud of you. I'm happy for you. Impressed. Go earn your glory and tell stories of your travels and your glory when you return. We're gonna add some blue to this because I'm gonna be fancy and a color theorist today. I'm gonna theorize my colors really well. I'm gonna actually impress one person on this website that thinks I'm an actual painter. I don't know who, but I want somebody to think I'm an actual painter. Now that Thorkin's gone, maybe I don't know, maybe the discerning artists that are constantly criticizing my every move will be easier on me with pro artist Thorkin no longer lurking, looming over my shoulder, judging my every failed brushstroke. Or something like that. I don't know, man. What's good, Nick? How's the landscape going? It's going well, I think. I don't know. I'm nervous because right now I've been recording TikToks and shit and short form process videos all week, and so I'm recording part 2 of my landscape one, and like I don't know, I'm kind of like on edge. I'm like nervous about it, knowing that every mistake, everything I do is being recorded. It's not like I have to post the video. It's not like I'm live while I'm doing it. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, whoops. Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, wait, shit. Alright, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. A portrait mode of a landscape? Yep. Some people have the frame. Dude, I want to see. I want to see. Nothing makes me happier than seeing how people display my art. Like the fact that anyone does display my art in their home is already a deep and profound honor. On top of that, seeing it always makes me very happy. So I am looking forward to it. Whenever those maps get to you. Hopefully soon. Canada Post has been so disappointing for me lately. I feel like I just need to switch to like a courier service or some shit. I need to UPS it to everybody or whatever. It's just so soul-sucking. Seeing stuff return and bounce back and not get to people in time.
Me, I let this lapse Ivan will cry.
Yep, wait, what? What? That's okay. You don't have this stuff. You don't have to stay subbed. It's fine. You're busy. You're not catching streams. You don't gotta be subbed. It's fine. I appreciate it, though. Thank you. Thank you for the 23 months, Steph. Thank you for that. I'm honored. God damn. Almost 2 fucking years. Holy shit. Yeah, Twitch has been... A lot of people have been jumping off of their subs on Twitch. I wonder what happened over the past, like, year or so. It's just, like, not worth it to keep your sub anymore for a lot of people. It's, like, more expensive in some places, you know? I wish Twitch would figure their shit out and make the subs better value, you know?
Oh, forgot about this.
Crimson, thank you for the tier 3, man. 37. God damn, bro. Chill. Chill. Holy shit. Thank you, dude. Yeah, what the fuck? Thank you, man. Jesus. It's a long ass time, dude. I didn't think I'd be streaming this long. You know, I never thought that I'd be streaming for this many years. Now I don't have like any sort of like desire to stop, but it's just weird that I never thought when I first started doing it that I'd still be doing it like as much as I am. All these years later. So every time I see these long ass subs, man, it just hits me. Hits me right in the soul, you know? But it's been a while, huh? I'm gonna be trying to do a very large push to grow on Twitch this year. Later in the summer. So I'm gonna be streaming a whole lot more. Once I get like a bunch of work and stuff figured out, I'm going to move to a new schedule. I have it like all planned out and the dates sort of set up. I gotta talk to the mods about this for like strategy and stuff. Because I don't like to talk about like streaming strategy and things that I like want to do in projects on stream because I think it's cringy when streamers like talk about that kind of stuff too much. But I'll bother the mods about it. And then they can help me figure some stuff out for a couple things I want to do this year. But I have a couple projects I want to do on Twitch. I want to do like some additional things. Figuring out the D&D game test run with Fishy to see if we can sort of run a casual D&D game on stream was definitely part of it. And I'm probably going to take some time off again, like this summer earlier on. I know I just took a week off because I was fucking sick, but I'm probably going to take another like week or two off soon, which I tend to do every summer at the early point of it. And then when I come back, I'm going to come back with like a giga subathon. It's going to be fucking sick. And a bunch of cool stuff. It's gonna be legit. I'm very excited about it. Very excited about like this next year coming up on Twitch. Like there's a lot of things I want to do and projects and cool stuff and whatever. And Twitch is making it hard. Like this is kind of a weird vibe. Like I know a lot of people that like will come to my stream. Like a lot of you guys aren't like mainstream Twitch viewers. But there's a lot of people who are very unhappy with Twitch because of a lot of the decisions they've made sort of in the mainstream. So a lot of like big streamers are moving platforms and Kick and whatever and other shit like that. But I'm pretty optimistic, man. I think the future's very bright for at least stuff I want to do on Twitch. I'm very excited about it. Canceled Turbo when I lost my job and then kind of forgot about Twitch. Getting in my groove now, and I'm carving out time for rest and brain breaks. That's good stuff. I mean, I don't know. I'm always honored to keep you company or anybody company when you're working. So yeah, you're out. You don't have to maintain a sub or whatever, Steph. You're always welcome here. You're always fucking family. I was considering moving around some of the mod badges a bit. But you know, I hope that wouldn't discourage any mods from feeling like they can come back. Imagine long ass subs. Imagine enjoying seeing friends in mutual Twitch chats where whether it's every day or every few months. Yeah, true, man. Imagine that. So excited though, and I'll set a reminder to check chat. Fuck yeah. Imagine attempting to maintain a long distance friendship with a famous internet personality, Evan Blair, who happens to be a top tier graphic artist. Imagine trying to maintain a being of Evan Blair. It's not worth it, man. It ain't worth it. I am not, dude. I'm not attentive enough. People deserve better than me as friends. Everyone deserves better than me. Ellen deserves better. My friends deserve better. I get so focused and so stuck in my work and my projects and stuff that I just like don't even like come up for air. I'm trying this cool thing. I want to talk to Steph. I want to talk to you about like some cool productivity things that I have like implemented and some systems and stuff, and kind of nerd out about the tech behind it a little bit at some point. I know you said you're always down for that, so whenever I have a lot of it figured out. But I want to try and figure out some like timing and stuff to keep me like one thing that really stresses me out is that I forget about, like, I get stuck into a project and then like 3, 4, 5 days pass and I forget about everything else. And then I'll realize someone DM'd me about something somewhat important like 5 days ago, and I hadn't checked my DMs in like 4 or 5 days. So it's like, fuck. So I'm like, I got these like reminders and things and like notes and alarms and shit, and I'm going deep on it, man. I'm trying to optimize myself quite a bit right now. What's up, Dogness? How's Thursday going? It's going well, dude. We're chilling, man. We're doing a little painting, you know, a little sky art, hopefully. How you doing, bro? What's good? What's good with you? As the mods mod that has not been modding the mods, I understand. Yeah. Wait, ban Solid 7? You can't ban a Solid 7? Can't ban? What are you talking about? I don't hear none of that shit. Alright. We gotta start with a very neutral grass color. Oops. All right. It's been a bit. I can't remember or let myself forget how to do this shit. I need to remember. I need to be good and be on point. I want this to look very satisfying too when the video plays. I've been really happy with how the sped up versions go. You know, like they just seem very, very satisfying to watch. Because there's two ways you can kind of do it, you know? You can kind of do the really popular big artist way of doing it, which is just like, you know, showing your pen scratching a couple pieces out of the piece here and there. Or you can do this full start to finish. And the full start to finish is whenever I see the video at the end of stream, it's always super fun, super satisfying to see it like crunch down to a 20-second clip or whatever. And I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun to do this. Found a lot of meaning in it, you know? Have people working? I'm gonna start a new D&D group. Oh hell yeah! Are you running it or are you playing in it? How'd that come about? That's the best way to like start D&D games. Is you find a group of people who are kind of all into the idea of playing, you know, and it kind of happens organically, you know. as opposed to like looking for groups and things like that. Not that those are bad or anything. I'm just not as big of a fan of looking for groups and stuff like that as I am of organic games popping up. You know, like I think some of the best stories I've ever heard of people starting new D&D games or whatever, or finding like great long-lasting D&D groups. A lot of time it's like, so I had this D&D group or this D&D or sorry, I had this D&D group that started out as like a pickleball club or whatever. It's like I go to pickleball every week, and I like met these cool people, and we started hanging out. We started going out for dinner all as a group, and we come over, and then we started playing board games. And then one day I was like, hey guys, do you all want to play D&D? And they're like, no, I've never played D&D before. And you're like, let me show you. And they're all into it, you know? There's so many people I find that are so desperately into D&D once they've tried it. And the sort of what's required to get them on board with trying it is oftentimes like a little bit of gentle coercing from somebody they trust. And oftentimes that can be, you know, you after you sort of formed a bit of a friendship or whatever, is they're really willing to try it from people they know. You know, as opposed to like, oh, isn't like, I don't know if I want to go to a D&D game with a bunch of people I don't know. Because they're not there for the D&D game, they're there for the friends or the people or whatever. I think that's the best way to do it. Something gets banned from a nerd stream where we've cooked as a culture. Yeah, true. It's over at that point. I'm also not modding the mods, so I understand. Yeah, I'm not banned. No one's getting banned, okay? Stop it. I'm going to DM it. There are some people who already play, and I have been in the group a few sessions and thought it'd be nice to return the favor and play some more. That's awesome, dude. That's fucking sick. Like, actually. I'm impressed. Getting in there, getting after it. Well, I hope you have the best time. Hope the group's fun. I hope everybody gets along. Enjoys their time in the game, because I'm always like very honestly and genuinely excited for anybody who has a new D&D group starting. You know, I know how like fun and exciting that is when you have like a new group getting going or whatever. That I am genuinely enthused for people. It's never like a cool story like, oh, you got a new D&D group, oh, that's cool, man, I hope you have fun. It's always like I'm personally invested in them having fun, having a great time. Maybe it's a little parasocial of me, but you have to forgive me for being a parasocial streamer with my chat. I just adore our guild so that much, so. Not even Eldritch Garthen hasn't been here in so long. Ban Eldritch Garthen? Nah, man. People got stuff to do. Like, I never... Nah, man. People got stuff to do. Sometimes you hang out in streams, sometimes you don't want to hang out in streams. Sometimes you got shit to do, sometimes you got other stuff to do. It's fine. No one's getting banned for not being here, alright? Except for maybe Fishy. And Ella. I don't know who else. Okay. Alright, now we can start adding some actual depth and dimension here, okay? I want the good people of TikTok to think I'm a good painter, so... We gotta depthitize it. Reverse parasocial streamer? Oh yeah, streamers can be very parasocial with their chats. Streamers can be very parasocial. It's like a lot of streamers that like trauma dump and stuff and like, you know, whine to their chats about stuff going on in their life or whatever. There's a lot of streamers who make the mistake of being very parasocial with their chat. So I like to think of all of us as like guild members, but I'd never put the pressure on anyone of being like, oh, my chat's always there for me, you know? No, it's like you guys are here because the stream's good, hopefully, and fun. Like I'm honored, and hopefully everybody's like hanging out and chilling and making friends and stuff, but I try not to be like ever like actually unironically parasocial with chat with anyone in the guild. That ain't fair to you guys. People with TikTok would be right. You're a very good painter. Would they, you think? Shit, dude. Maybe I'll show up. Maybe I'll flex a little bit, Soja. Maybe I'll like, I'll try and impress the TikTok dance enjoyers. Try and get them all excited about it. I thought a lot about how to sort of do projects and stuff people would care more about on TikTok, like stuff for TikTok more or less, like exclusively for TikTok or like designed for TikTok. But a lot of it's just fan art and shit like that. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to impress the algorithm, because you never know what's going to do well and what's not. You know, you never know what's going to be a success and what's not gonna really, like, what's going to flop. And it's like some people get so discouraged, and I'm trying to view it not as like discouraging or whatever, but just as like when people like your art or don't like your art, as just like an interesting sort of thing, like a huh, that piece was lucky because it got more views. That piece isn't lucky or was unlucky because it didn't get very many views. What I'm also going to do after a long time, like after a couple months, is repost old pieces that I thought didn't do very well. I suppose that's something that happens on TikTok for a lot of creators, is they'll repost things that they thought should have gotten more attention, but just the algorithm didn't like it that day or something. So I'll do that if people's really
Thank
flops.
You for
like
the ever amazing streams. So
Aw,
glad I am
man.
able to hang out here. Wait, what are you doing? No, you don't have to use bits to show your appreciation. I am just
Stop
glad
scripting
you are
me.
here. But thank you. Now go chill.
Don't
You
script.
do too much.
I don't.
Now roll for initiative. All
I don't.
chat.
Wait, everyone. No, stop. I'm not TVKing chat today. Stop. No, damn it. Okay. Thank you, Crimson. Stop scripting me, man. I don't like it. It's too easy. Thanks for 100 bits, man. I appreciate it. I do. I'm not that predictable, am I? Shit, what if I am? What if I, like, actually am? I hope not. Just don't tell me if I am, okay? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. D8? You get a 1, Jay? Aw, man. Bro. Bro, what are you doing? Alright. Does this place look warm and welcoming yet? Are we at the warm and welcoming stage yet? Do you feel like there's some cool, optimistic adventure off on the horizon yet? You want to explore uncharted ruins and ancient pilgrimage sites of long past religions or some shit? Are we there yet?
D.
Rock, what's going on, bro? How you been, man? Thank you for considering me your prime option this month, Rock. I appreciate that. You could have spent that prime sub anywhere on Twitch, and you chose my chat. I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Thanks, bro. It's very kind of you. Telling Jeff Bezos exactly what you think of his free sub. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I think I go first. I cast Bless and get in front of Squishy Aduria. You think Aduria is squishy? You can't take a hit?
This is prime real estate for my sub.
Yeah, thanks for choosing Electronic Blur Arts for the prime real estate for your Twitch sub every month. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, goddamn, bro. I've seen some long ass time subs popping up. Kind of inspired. I don't know what to say. You know?
No, not that predictable. Just the correct vibe is all.
Good.
Also, Lego set number 10,333.
Lego set number 10,333. What is it? Is this some Star Wars shit? Lego set 10,333. Oh, I saw this. Is this real? I wasn't sure if this is real. Dude. This is actually real. I saw a picture of this on Instagram. I wasn't sure if it was real. This is legit. You can actually play Lego in Barad-dûr. What do you got? You got a Frodo and Sam. You got a Mouth of Sauron. You got a Sauron. You got some undead fucking orc dudes, and you have a Golem. Comes with Schmeagol. Dude, look at it, man. You got a little chain or chained up cage over lava. A little dining hall. Wow, man. You got an Eye of Sauron. Look, you got the dining hall for your smorks. Look at how smorky they are, just enjoying their little meal in there. Okay, how much is this? How much is this gonna be? I'm concerned. This seems like an expensive set. This seems like a $500 set. Lego's been getting Lego's been getting a little more bold with their price increases recently. So you could tell me this is $500, and I wouldn't want it, but oh, you got the helmet. Look at the helmet, dude. You got the fucking Uruk-hai helmet. And you got a dude's got a little shoulder armor. Wow, man. Look at this. Look at it. You even got, so Frodo's got the one ring, and Sam's got the bottle of fucking Everclear. Of glowing elf booze. Look at how happy this nerd is. How tall is Lego's Barad-dûr plus how it compares? Wait, there was an Orthang?
Barad-dûr comes with Lego Frodo, Sam, orcs, and a small explosive inside that causes the tower to explode when the ring is dropped in lava. This will turn out fine.
Demolition. Could you imagine? Demolition. Yeah, not for unsupervised rock. You gotta be supervised when you're using it. If you're gonna blow up a set, you gotta do it right. Mom has to be there to make sure you don't blow your fingers off. That's actually sick. Thank you for the sub, Azalea. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 15 months. What's up, Azalea? Thank you. Very kind of you. What are you working on? We are working on a little adventure piece of art here for our players. So when they fall, trip over the next rune site, they'll have art for it. They'll have some art. They'll know what they're looking for. They'll know what they're getting to. They'll say, "Hey, I bet this is where we're supposed to be," and I'll say, "Yes, correct. You're very good at this game. Congratulations. You are, in fact, players, and you win the game." Because that's what I want my players to feel. Like they're fucking winning when they find something cool. I want there to be dope-ass art for it. I mean, Ancient Beacon used as a bit of a lighthouse, I suppose, for our players. Something along those lines, anyway. Figure it out. Neat? Yeah, thanks, bro. Supervision my only weakness. True. I don't know. I really like those big Lego sets, but I don't know, man. I don't think I could put it in my, like, I don't have a place where I'd want to display it, you know? I've always wanted to build it. Maybe if I had one, I'd figure out where to put it, but I always feel like I never want to display Lego because it's not as cool as like a model kit or something. Maybe if I had a big set like that, it'd be different. Maybe the little sets aren't interesting, but you know, Lego's just so expensive now, man. I like how there's like Lego investors now. There's a guy who I used to come into the game store when I was working there, and he actually made a lot of his like income off of Lego sets. So his dad and like his family owned a storage facility, like storage units. And when he was like 22, like, I don't know, in 2005 or whatever, he started buying Lego sets. And what he does is he buys like, he has a really cool system for it. He'd buy 10 of each Lego set he thought was really, really worthwhile. And then 10 years later, he would sell one each year for 5 years. And so 10 years later, when he started selling his Lego, they started selling for enough to pay off him buying all the 10 of the newest Lego sets. And then he would have a bunch of money left over that he would just like live off of and shit. It's kind of neat hearing him explain it one time. You used to be able to do a similar thing with like magic cards, you know? You could buy new boxes and then basically like sell the new boxes like later on down the road for enough to fund the newest magic sets, and you can just like play magic for free basically the rest of your life. I don't know if you can still do that. You could definitely do it when I was in my game store days. I'm guessing it'd be harder now. WotC probably made it a little more of a challenge. But yeah, apparently there's a huge market for those old Lego sets. They get up there, bro. They're expensive. There's a Lego store that actually I drove by when I was in Calgary this last weekend. They had like a big sign up front that said, it was called like Brick something or another, and they had a big sign up front that said they buy old Lego sets, and I was like, damn. Oh, damn. I guess there's a growing collector's market. Maybe it's because all the kids grew up and got money and decided they want to buy old Lego sets or some shit. That's weird because I consider the newer Lego sets just to be like strictly better than the old ones by like a mile. You know, they're just like better design and stuff. Maybe I'm missing out on something. Maybe there's like some nuance or whatever to new Lego that old Lego did better. Is it Ancient Beacon? I heard Ancient Vegan. Confused? No, there's no vegans in Eldara. Now, I want to have a fantasy universe that's believable, and so you need to have a large diversity of people and opinions and religions and whatnot to make a fantasy world feel real. But there are, unfortunately or fortunately, there is no vegans in Eldara canonically. If you are a vegan in Eldara, you are the first one. Yep. Yeah, if you want to play a character that your backstory is you're a vegan, like, absolutely, bro. But you will be an anomaly. You'll be the first one. You'll be like the Terran Gorefiend of vegans. In your raid boss encounter, you'll be like, I was the first, you know. For me, the wheel of life and death has spun many times. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's serious.
How many flat realms are there in Eldora?
How many flat realms are there? I think currently Blaze is the only one. Yeah, Rivendell says actually more expensive than Barad-dûr set. Really? Does Rivendell come with like the entire like fellowship? Discord, hold up. Okay. All right, legit. Thank you, Ella. If there weren't any, we would have heard about them by now. Yeah, true. True. There's no Eldara Seattle, so there's nowhere for them to all congregate. No, I'm just memeing, by the way, because for those of you who weren't here for that stream, somebody did come in one time, and they're like, "Hey, man, are there like like all the different like races of humans in your world? And I'm like, yeah. What, I'm just gonna like not have Asian people in my family? Yeah, of course there are, weirdo. He's like, oh cool, just checking. Yeah, hey, are there like religions? And I'm like modern, like are real religions? No, there's like in-game religions, but there's no like Christians or whatever in Eldara. That's like a real world thing. Like, oh, okay, cool. And the dude was like, are there like vegans? Like, nope, no vegans. That's it. That's the one thing. No, there's no vegans. Sorry, man. Sorry, bro. Oh, okay, cool. Never sent another chat message in my chat ever again. Never followed. First message was like, hey, are there different types of people in your world? Last message, okay, cool. Never came back to my stream ever again. What a weird thing to ask, man. Sometimes Twitch night streams are wild. Like I'm sort of like gearing up, I mean, for the last little while to change my schedule around so I can stream in the evenings as well. But I'll admit, sometimes the first chatters at night are a little wild, bro. Was the closest thing to a Church of Latter-day Saints? Man, I don't know. There's like a bunch of paladin orders and stuff. There's like religions in Eldara. I just haven't written about many of them because they're not particularly interesting, I don't think. A lot of it's like religious beliefs based off of the mechanics of how the cosmos is like sort of formed, the cosmology chart. And since I haven't fully finished the cosmology chart, I haven't like fully narrowed down how people interact with it. So there are, you know, it's not like everyone is praying to some sort of god or deity or whatever. Like some people do. Some people have other types of religions as well. Cool fantasy shit, you know? But I don't have a lot of that written down yet. It's also just like not particularly interesting for players all that often, so it's like not a thing that I'm in super rush to figure out. Ooh, this is looking kind of nice actually. It's looking a little frosty, man. Closest thing to witnesses? God, I don't know. I haven't even thought about that. Did your setting have coffee? My setting does have coffee, but nobody likes it. Yeah, man. Everybody's like, it's kind of bitter. I don't like this. Everyone in Eldara canonically prefers tea to coffee. And they all put milk in their tea. But it's not regular milk, it's yak milk. You're like, ooh. Yak milk? Don't knock it till you tried it, man. I mean, I haven't tried it, that's why I'm not knocking it. The most like commonly accepted milk that one can get in Eldara actually comes from a sea mammal. Yep. What, that's weirder than getting your milk from a fucking bovine? Don't pretend you're all high and mighty and you drink cow milk but you wouldn't drink whale milk. You're the weird one. You know, Eldara was England. Yeah, coffee's gross. That's okay. Milk and tea. You ever tried milk tea? I love boba, man. I love milk tea. I love Taiwanese milk tea. Yeah, no, it's not England though. It's not England. They put a lot of milk in their tea, but the thing is, it's not depressing here, so I don't want like, you know, are there allergies in Eldara? Yes. Everything that you are allergic to IRL, Dashto, you are canonically allergic to in-game. I'm sorry. This is a fantasy escape experience, but it needs to be immersive. Every time you play with your sister, by the way, your characters are canonically related in-game. You just don't know it yet. Yep. Sorry, man. You can only escape so much. Also, everyone in Eldara prefers Emacs over Vim. Someone in tech, please keck W for me. I just need one person. You know what? Never mind. I don't want your pity keks. I don't want your pity backwater keks. Nope, keep him. Keep him. Yeah, thanks, Crimson. Black tea or green tea? That changes how I feel about that. Both. You can get green, black, or white tea. You can also get various teas that aren't commonly available IRL. The most popular tea is actually not a tea that you can relate to in a real world sense. It's an indescribable flavor. It's the most fantasy shit I could think of. Making indescribable tea flavor that everybody enjoys. That your character also canonically enjoys, but you don't know what it tastes like. It's like you went to Oga's Cantina in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and ate the weird food thing and you can't stop thinking about it, but you don't know what it was. It's exactly and precisely like that. That is the experience you have in game. That is what it's like to play an Evan Blair art game. That, and I'll talk about breakfast in excruciating detail every morning. You will awaken in every inn. The first thing you'll notice is the scent of breakfast wafting through your room. Helps ground the players. Helps break the ice, you know? Certain groups are like, you know, they're really willing to like start chatting and engaging in the game. Other groups need like to be sort of like coerced out of their little antisocial like nerd shells for the first 20 minutes of the game, and breakfast does that really well. Gives them an interaction point they can understand. Job as the DM is to describe the indescribable. Nope, this one's indescribable. Yep, this one you'll never know what it's like. This one is a long forgotten flavor. A scent that is familiar and yet nostalgic, but new and exciting. An idea you thought you had one time, but can't quite find the flavor ever again. It's like a lost love. Girl from 5th grade that you can't quite remember her name or her face, but you remembered you brought her a rose on Valentine's one day instead of an awkward class Valentine and everyone laughed at you. The wisp of a memory. Blocked out by childhood trauma. Or whatever, I don't fucking know, man. It's your fucking game. You figure it out. You tell me what it tastes like, man. It tastes great. It tastes like your favorite food. It tastes like garlic ramen? Exactly like that. Exactly and precisely like that. Yeah, wait, this is actually coming along, man. This is actually coming along. Yeah, I'm kind of into this, actually. I hope this turns into a good video. I've really been deeply enjoying making these. Oops, there we go. Hope this one turns out as well. And we need some blue. The cooler side of the mountain grass, or whatever. Everyone knows bluegrass isn't actually blue. If you think it is, you've been had. You've been skamazed, I'm sorry. Eventually there, which is saying a lot since I hardly leave my basement. Or lair, yeah, that's right. That's right, damn right you would. You leave that lair. Maybe New Coke? Oh, shit. I don't remember what New Coke tasted like. That's probably some Georgia exclusive shit you got to drink one time, Garthan. The rest of the world, we don't get access to that stuff, man.
Isn't bluegrass a music genre?
It can be. Yep. Yep, it is. That's fair. It's also a type of grass that isn't blue. Right? Hold on. Let me look up Kentucky bluegrass. Kentucky bluegrass. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yep, there it is, man. Looks a little blue in some, you know, photos, but that's green, bro. That's a good lawn right there. Dude, when I'm like 53, I'm gonna be such a lawn dad. You know? It's gonna be my thing, man. I'm gonna be such a lawn guy. I'm gonna have like a riding mower for my like 4 square foot of grass that I can afford. It's gonna be legit, man. One question I always like to consider in D&D setting is what makes humans stand apart from other races. Yeah, I mean, it's one thing I like to do is to sort of kind of operate along the same idea is I make lots of races in D&D completely fucking boring for the fact that they have one small unique trait that doesn't actually do anything. You know? It's like, oh, I have this like magical race of horned tieflings that all command the elements and have wings and have vampiric auras. And you're like, shit, dude. Well, I have a race of beastmen who possess the strength of 1,000 Cheetos. Oh, shit, that's a lot, dude. You know? I like the Star Wars alien sort of mindset with a lot of fantasy races where it's like, this race is orange. You're like, what? Yep. What else? Well, they are orange and they have they have like they got like well, they're orange. And you're like, what is that it? Well, I got pointy ears. Oh. Yeah, think of like a Togruta without the Togruta stuff on the top. Oh, so Ahsoka Tano after she takes off her makeup for the day. Yeah, or Rosario Rosario? What was Ahsoka's actress's name? Rosario post Ahsoka prosthetics. Yeah. Okay, cool. Makes it more believable when there's a lot of just like, I don't know, lame whatever. All right. Now we need to paint the clouds. So we need... Oh my god, thank you for being... Oh, the selection tool. Oh, the selection tool. Oh, you are pretty. I don't care what the other boys said about you. You are pretty, selection tool. I like you. Thank you for working for me. I was not expecting it to work that cleanly. Holy, we'll have to do minimal repair after this. You'll be TKPK time reporting when I win? Yeah, please do. I won't be streaming too long today. I'm doing a fairly little short stream just to record this, and then I'm bouncing, so... let me know how it goes tomorrow if you're... Unless it's really fast. By the time you're 50, climate change will remove all lawns unless you're a trillionaire. True. When's the least time we got to visit Skelly Dragon area? Been a minute. Last time we got to visit it? I don't know. Yeah, it has been a while. Haven't done anything in Northmark for a while. Rings are coming along great. Thanks, Guapo. Appreciate it, man. Do you feel inspired yet? Do you feel like you're on an adventure? Like you're being whisked away into a land of wondrous dreams and forgotten realms? Wait! I can't say that word. Shit. I'm sorry, wizards. Please don't. Please don't charge me for saying forgotten. Ah, fuck. Now I will owe Watsy $38. Guess I'm not buying Chipotle for lunch this week. Wizard fat cats ran me dry. It's okay, I'll just make sure I don't mention anything Wildmont related and I'll be fine. Ah, damn it. Shit. Now Matt Mersh is gonna ask for $32. I'll keep talking about Star Wars because I don't know. I already paid Disney enough last time I was there. They're fine. They're cool, so they don't care. Got this. Thank you, Ashy. Thank you. The support, I feel it. I mean, this cloud's fluffier, right? If we don't make the clouds fluffy, how will you know you can sail through them on an airship? Yeah, what the hell? I'm thinking I'll give my players in my Thursday game their airship pretty soon. Well, I'm not going to give it to them. They just, like, don't want to buy it. I've given them the crystals and the money. But they just aren't choosing to buy their airship. I guess once they finish this quest, they'll have like, an obtuse amount of money. Do you ever have the problem as a DM? You give your players a lot of money, they just don't spend it? You're like, what's that meme of the come on, do something, like poking? Poking, come on, do something meme. This is it. My players after they get all the gold in the world. Come on. Spend something. You know, this is the meme. You know, I give them all this money or whatever, and they, you know, they just hold on to it. Bless you, Dogness. My whisking, I don't know about whisking, but scamper. I think it might be scampered away. Ah, that's pretty good. I would never dream of trying to whisk you away, Guapo. I don't have the finesse for that. But if I can help you scamper, if you feel like you want to scuttle away to our D&D world, that's good enough for me, man. Give my players more gold. More gold until they start spending it. I had an NPC that the party like took on last game. Her entire character like trait was that she was frivolously rich. She was hilariously rich. That was like her, like most of her personality. She would go to the market and be like, what's the most expensive thing in this market? And she would pay somebody at the market to like find out what the most expensive thing at the market is, and then she'd buy it. Like, well, there's a jewelry trader here that has a ring from the ancient dynasty of Kelhet. How much is it? 15,000 gold pieces. All right. Here's your 100 gold. Take me to the vendor. I'll purchase it. So just had this collection of like trinkets and expensive shit in her bags in their cart that just never got utilized. Based off of a friend that I had in high school, who her entire personality was that she was rich. She was very sweet. She was very, very nice. But that was her entire personality. She didn't have a whole lot going on, you know? Except for the fact that she was ridiculously rich. I went to her bat mitzvah, and they rented out the entirety of, like, this fucking giant building downtown. and like had it professionally catered and whatever. I remember asking her at school the next day, I'm like, so your family's really well off. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, so why do you go to the school? She's like, well, my dad thinks it'd be good for me to like learn how to interact with normal people. It's like, you're hilarious. But she was really nice. She was really sweet. She never like lorded her wealth, her family's wealth, or whatever, but she's actually really like cool about like giving stuff away to the other classmates. She's like, I don't need this iPod anymore. I got a new one. Does anybody want it? That's like a $500 iPod. What are you talking about? Yeah, if you'll use it, like, hey. I'm like, okay, cool. Cool. Guapo can whisk you away, really? You think Guapo has the capability and the prowess to whisk you away, Blaze? You think you'd be whisked by him? I think if Guapo started speaking French at me, I'd be pretty whisked. You know? I'd be like, ooh, how Parisian. Not like Quebecois French. It's a bit different. It's a different vibe, okay? Oh, this line work is different layer. Oh, I gotta fix that. I always love it when the Eldara soundtrack comes up on stream. I always feel like my day's better, you know? Bandit Magnet, yeah. Probably use considerable effort not to whisk all of us away. Actually, though, right? With some whiskey, perhaps? Okay. That's how it's gonna go? Alright. Let's do a little... God, I hate trying to do these ellipse selections. Never mind, I'm actually a god. Never fucking mind, I'm actually a god. A human god amongst men. Oh, that's the wrong layer. Well. Non-fallible, apparently. Still divine. Still deific. Oh, I painted over the rocks, man. I fucked up. It's fine. Paint the right color anyway, fuck it. We taking whiskey bets? No. Not this time. Last time I took whiskey bets, I got banned. I'm gonna get banned on Twitch again, man. Dude, I feel like I'm missing out as a streamer. I've never been banned. Like there's like a core experience of being a Twitch streamer that I've missed out on over the last 4 years. It's like slightly scuffed Aurora. Don't worry about it. Doing its best. Just trying, dog. Let's try something interesting here. I'm gonna try some shit. A very low multiply here. Ooh, it's still on multiply. Do some little stars just beginning to sort of pop out. The shimmering kind of stardust band goes across the planet. All right. Do we need more big highlights? Probably not. Do a couple of stronger ones. The highlights are pretty. People like highlights. All right. I think that's good. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good. All right, sick. Hour 30 recording. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. There's a guy I first got on Twitch for a friend who streams. He got drunk. He passed out at the computer, and that was the stream for like 2 hours. Before they started cracking down things like that, like roulette wheel for shots and stuff. Yeah, old Twitch was wild, man. You could do crazy shit on stream, you know, back in the old days. I don't know if I miss it. Do I want to give it a little glow on the beacon? I can give it just a little buzz. A little hum of light. That's nice. That's nice. What's up, Atari? Cool. We did it. We did it. All right, man. Control S that shit. Yeah, that's nice. Adds a lot to it. I wish it didn't take me so long to do this, but I like that. That's good shit right there. The in-world stuff is nice, but I don't know, the slightly more painterly renderings are nice too. And now you can imagine yourself going on a little adventure, you know? You gotta go relight the beacon or something. Relight the beacon, make sure it's on for I don't know, the airship when it when it drives home. Okay, so how big was that recording? Let's check this out. That made a recording the size of is this it?
I'm hitting the record button. We're starting this.
It is. All right, it is. Let's see it. Let's look at the process here. Actually, you know what? Here, let me do this instead. Let's get Premiere. Let's just shorten the video down and see what it looks like over like a 20-second or see how fast we can make it go.
Premiere, new project, landscape sketch. And we're gonna import our recording today. Okay. Let's see what it looks like sped up. Let me just first delete the audio track. We'll change the duration to I don't know if it'll go this fast. It doesn't. It goes to 45 seconds. Okay, that's fine. But oh, it's too small to look to view. Okay, let me quickly export it and then we'll look at it in the player. Export media. It's nice it's not multiple clips that I have to snap together. Video, basic settings, match whatever. That's fine. We don't need any of this shit. 30 FPS. 1080 by 1920? Nope, don't need to be that. Fantastic. How do I change the resolution? Under video. Aspect, no. Custom, whatever. Alright, screw it. I'm just gonna export. Alright, we'll see this in a minute or so and see what it looks. 2 minutes! Let's see the video in 2 minutes. Let's see what it looks like all sped up. Let's see if the good people on the internet like it. It is really fun to watch the process sort of come together that fast. It's always very satisfying. The one for the character yesterday, man, I wish it did better, but it's a good one though. I definitely like this method of recording better than the other method of sort of showing the process. Yeah, that's cool though. Ancient Eldarian written on it. Because the other method is the doing this kind of thing. The like taking a video of the screen, which is fun. I think it's more engaging for a lot of people because you see the hand moving. I think this is more popular on TikTok. Right? But like, I don't know. It's just not. It's not as interesting for me as an artist, I guess, to look at. 12 seconds. 12 seconds of export. I'm so excited. And I'm not trying to play World of Warcraft at the time, so it's not taking a billion years to export. How crazy is that, man? Video was exported successfully. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Let's watch it. See if this is a good one. Ooh. Definitely at 45 seconds, there's some lulls. Wait, what? What? What was that error message? Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on. What the hell was that? Try it again? Both the hand better, but you can record during stream, so I understand this version. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you can also, like, fake those with the hand. It's very easy to do that. So you can do, like, retroactive pieces. Okay. I think it's about here that it broke last time.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we got through this time. Ooh, that's satisfying, man. Look at those highlights being put on there. That's real satisfying. I want to see what the clouds look like. I think they'll fill up pretty quickly. They'll just kind of explode onto the piece. Yeah, that's cool. Ah, that's wicked. That was rad. I'll shorten it down to probably 25 seconds and then go from there. That's sick, man. That was fun. That was a good one. Yeah. I did Blue Tail in the chasm. Thanks, man. Glad you like it. There's always gotta be glowing shit. If it's a fantasy world, there has to be ominous glowing things coming from somewhere. I don't know what. I don't know where. Yeah, the ones with the hands are cool. Like it's really hard to do the ink sketches, like the really old ones. This is really hard because I was holding it, and when you're holding the phone, it's very difficult to hold the phone and try and work. This shit's really stressful. So also doesn't work in like landscape doesn't really work all that well in portrait is way better. You know? Or anything that's like generally just like taller. I think this video is a bit too long actually. But it is fun, like the cutting is more fun on these. I do agree. Especially if you do the last little details. Like every time I did do something like this, I slow down the last couple of details. So like the Karlak one was really good because it was like the freckles on her face or whatever. Or the little like details. So it's all sped up, and then yeah, then it's in real time for the last little detailing. And then boom. That's cool. Evocative detail. What a great word to use. Tried a phone stand doing traditional streams 5 years ago. I balanced my phone on small boxes the whole film. That's the way you gotta do it, man. When you're starting out, your stream setup's gotta get ghetto as shit. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have anything like that. I mean, kind of. Kind of like, well, the big problem I had with my camera when I first started streaming is that I had it attached to my desk. But my camera, like, my desk setup looks like this. Ooh. From like, a sort of whatever angle. I've got, like, my monitors. They're, like, big, long monitors like this. So the camera has to be up here. And in order to put it up there, like mount it properly, it's on like a bendy, like stiff bendy wire stand. So for the longest time, it was attached to my desk. But every time I like moved to like do anything on my tablet, the camera would wobble. And so I actually got a shelf, a little like 3M shelf that attaches to my wall. And then I clip the camera onto this, so it's kind of wall mounted now. But this, yeah, that one time, yeah. So there's a clip on my channel somewhere of my camera falling because I use the like 3M adhesive. It wants you to like sticky a little like box to the wall, and it's got little pegs on it, and then you slide the shelf onto the pegs. But the camera, I guess, and stand is heavy enough, and then like the cord, that it actually fell one day. So I drilled it into my wall. It's not a pretty setup from like behind here, and I had to put holes in my wall for it, but at least my camera doesn't wobble ever now, which was very stressful because my desk isn't very stable. My desk is not like your traditional sort of four-legged desk. It's got these the legs from the side view. The desk looks like this. It's got like one sort of thingy and like that, right? So it's really strong and really stable as far as like not gonna break or anything's gonna fall off it. It's all like a steel frame, whatever, but it does mean that it can
sort of wobble a little more than probably a regular desk could, I'd imagine. So it just doesn't work, you know, with me like drawing on my tablet and putting pressure on it up and down all the time. The camera was like shaking, which was kind of lame. I dealt with that for a while. I wonder, man. I wonder. I can't believe sometimes how scuffed the setup was in the early day. It was pretty fucking bad. But okay, I said we do a very short stream today. I'm sorry, I have a couple things I need to do. So we recorded the video. That'll be on TikTok later tonight. I'll post it probably closer to 10 p.m. my time. So like, I don't know, 9.5 hours from now. I don't know if anyone's sitting there waiting desperately for my TikToks when they release, but just in case, that's what it's going to be up. But thank you for hanging out today. I appreciate it. Abandoning us, yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I gotta go do some shit. I said today would be a super quick painting stream. I even said it in Discord. But I will see you all tomorrow. I'm gonna do my character requests. I decided to put it off till next week because there's a very small chance I'll have to miss stream tomorrow. And I didn't want to do character requests for it, and I felt like it was too late anyway. So I'm gonna make a tweet on Tuesday. I actually made the tweet already and scheduled it for character requests for tomorrow or for next Friday. Tomorrow will probably be magic items, the return of that, I'm thinking. And like I said, there's like a very, very small chance that I have to miss stream, but it's not big. And there's often a small chance on Fridays that I have to miss stream. I just don't ever want to, and I never do. I just never want to schedule a character request on those days, you know, just in case. I feel really bad if people like ask for character requests and it's like, we'll see you next week. So either way, I will catch you all later. I cherished the time we had together today, as short as it was. And I will see you all for Friday. Enjoy your D&D games you're playing tonight. If you aren't playing D&D tonight, please do yourself a favor and go play D&D tonight. You deserve it. All right. I'll have reports of tonight's game for you tomorrow. Intent to kill my players is high. So until next time, my friends, hope you enjoy your stay. And farewell.